F3D animation. Yeah, I said it. Old school video games are coming out of your emulator and onto the canvas. John Gibson of the I Am 8-Bit Art Show is here in studio. Plus, you think you can animate goop, huh? Well, you can't handle animating goop. But luckily, a goop expert is here to show us what a serious business snot can be. And finally, model/actress Amber Smith is here to rock our LAN party and make Brendan stammer uncontrollably. It's not hard. So grab the subway down to Yancey Street because it's clobbering time on Attack of the Show.
Pick up on this.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Attack of the Show.
That's right. Welcome.
Welcome.
Yes.
How's it going, buddy?
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Yeah?
You wrote a joke. You should say
I
it.
thought it was...
All right, no. Okay, here's the deal. Kevin was proud of his
Yeah,
joke.
I wrote it for you.
I know, but you wrote it. You were proud of it. You should say it. So let's try that again.
Okay,
That's why I was waiting for you to intro the show, which I said you should.
Okay, let's start from the top.
Wait, let's put the camera up.
Let's pull the jib
Come on,
up.
pull the camera up.
Come on,
Hold
Manny,
on. Come
pull that
on.
up.
Come on. Let's go.
There
All
we
right,
go.
ready? Here we go.
Now.
And the music.
Okay,
Keyboard guy.
Okay, bring it in.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show.
Yes, now with Visa Local Bus technology. That's a funny computer nerd joke.
Yeah.
There's like 3 guys at home that are laughing.
Woo!
I like
Three?
it.
A whole
I like
3?
it.
Are you sure?
I think so.
That was good. I'll give you that. I'm sorry. That was a
I
pretty
don't
funny
know.
joke.
You're supposed
Good
to
job.
write something, kind of invite the audience in at the beginning of the show. That was my invite.
Sarah, did it work? Are you now totally enthralled
So I was
with the show?
unaware that actually there were scripted jokes. I thought you guys just kind of came up with this stuff.
We normally do.
We normally
Not
do.
supposed to tell the audience that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
This is just off the top of your head,
well, it wasn't
right?
really that much of a joke.
Yeah, it's like,
It was an invite.
jeez.
Yeah, she's
Just
downer.
I just,
down.
just keep the magic alive. Actually, on the show today, I have a damn good website. It's fun because
Is it-
it's Thursday.
Is it scripted at all, or are you just gonna?
Nope, I'm
Is there
just
any
going to talk.
jokes in there and all?
No, there are no jokes.
Not
Just
really.
gonna wing it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. Now, I found a website. It is the first pictures of actually Google's first computer. You know when the guys got together like, hey, let's create Google. This is the first computer they ever used. A bunch of hard drives, kind of, look at there it is right there.
It's a block of Legos.
They did, I'm kid you not. This is actually, it looks like
nice.
a bunch of Legos kind of put together. It's actually, I think there's like 10 different drives in there. They're each 10 gigabytes apiece. Yeah. So that's the first computer from Google. It's actually in, where are they keeping this now? I don't
What
know.
year was it? When was it like 1996 or yeah? Okay, there it is.
1996,
Yeah.
yeah.
There it was. Wow. There you have it, kids.
40 gigabytes total. It's kind of funny, though.
And what are they up to now?
I don't know. Probably.
They give you 40 gigs with an email account for
Terabytes
free. They're
and
like, oh, here you
terabytes.
go.
Yeah,
it's fine.
exactly.
Here's a hard drive.
Exactly. That's cool.
Very
though.
cool.
It's cool to see the first one.
Yeah. Oh, and also Google announced a new search history function.
This is
today.
kind of cool.
This is kind of creepy, if is what you mean.
You're scared of it?
I don't know how I feel about it. Like, I don't, I don't know.
All they're saying, okay, well, let's explain how it works.
Yes.
Basically, if you go to Google Labs, they have a new feature here. Oh, that's not it. Oh,
What's where you go?
Okay,
Whoa!
okay, I'm gonna stop.
You took a
flipping
wrong
around.
turn at
I think I
Albuquerque.
took a wrong turn. So basically, on their Labs website.
How about I do the
you pull it up.
exploring the internet?
You can create an account, and Google will kind of track what you've been searching in case you want to go and find something that
Right.
you may have searched for in the past. It looks
We don't have
promising,
ready
but
for login. Yeah, basically, you can
but
use
creepy.
your Gmail account. It'll show you how many searches you've done in a day, and
Right.
you can go through that search history and pull out keywords. So let's say I'm at a buddy's house, and I'm like, oh, I Googled something really cool yesterday.
Right.
Don't remember what it was. I can go and pull it out of my search history, but
Yeah.
I don't know that I want them
I don't know.
remembering my search history.
yeah,
exactly.
I don't know either.
I just don't.
It's in their labs. It's not like a released or anything
Right,
yet.
right.
But,
It's
we'll play
cool.
with it.
Cool nonetheless. All right, now leave it to the Germans to obsess over a dead Simpsons character. And I know you're a big fan of this site. This was your homepage
No,
for a while.
this was not my homepage.
It's Maudie's Domain. It's a tribute to Maud Flanders, the deceased wife of Ned Flanders. So this is there's a big fan gallery. You can get photos like this one. Here
What in the
This is
world?
Maud. She's sad, and I guess down in hell something's going on there. And this is heaven. Bunch of fan fiction. And here's the whole Simpsons cast as a Lord of the Rings parody. And there's Homer going for the donut.
Why does Homer look like that? It's kinda
He's the
strange.
Smeagol guy.
Yeah.
No?
I gotcha.
All right, how about this one? I don't know what this is exactly. It's kind of a Christmas menage, I think.
Some 5th grader right now is like, yes, that's my picture.
I hope that was not by a 5th grader. And finally, one of the creepiest ones is the Flanders family drawn as real people. Almost like Sims-esque faces there.
Huh.
So just tons and tons of
This is one of your favorite sites.
Mod
then, huh?
Flanders. It was your homepage, and I thought we should bring it to the people.
Speaking of weird, freakish sites,
Yes.
Darth Vader has kept a blog. There's actually a Darth Vader blog. Here it is right
Is this
here.
like a Lucasfilm kind
The
of
Darth
thing?
Side. What's that? Lucasfilm?
I didn't know if like Lucas was behind this.
No,
or
no,
this
this
is
isn't officially sponsored or
Blogspot.
sanctioned, I think. Yeah. It's Blogspot.
So what is Darth like detailing his like
it's
mundane activities?
Everyday activities, what he's doing, what he's been eating, you know. It kind of gives you a glimpse of behind the scenes of that man. You know?
Oh, interesting.
It's an interesting little blog.
Yeah. Do we have? I think we have some entries. I don't know if you do. You want to hear them?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have some.
They could never know what it is like to find out you still have a son, a stranger to you, lost amid the squalid systems of the Outer Rim, and counted as a hero by your enemies. Tomorrow, I may strangle Admiral Vias. I will say this for being a tyrannical dark overlord. You get great service at restaurants. Later, I will find the man responsible for dispatching the repair droids and crush his trachea with my mind. I also have tentative lunch plans with General Krelchon and his people, possibly in the Krellian Quarter.
Those are actual blog postings.
Seriously, go to the site. Those are actual blog posts. Pretty funny, like well written. Kudos to Darth or whoever may be scribing for Darth.
Very cool.
All right. Most importantly, and I just have to say this: it's Thursday, Kevin. I don't know if it's 4:21.
Time for LAN party.
It's time for the Attack of the Show LAN party. Brandon, what's going on?
Whoa.
Okay.
Oh, hey, hey guys. I'm just hanging out with my LAN party guest here. This is Amber Smith. Just getting to know each other. She's a model, actress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I've got the good job, folks. Today we're playing Joint Operations Escalations. And a big thank you to our friends at Novalogic who are here helping us run the game today. Playing with us today is, like I said, supermodel / super genius, Amber Smith. You don't like super genius?
You gonna bring that up? Only people who are insecure bring that part up.
Well,
I mean,
you're not telling me something I didn't know, Amber.
No, I mean you. I just meant, you know, when people bring that up, they try to test me and stuff like that.
Okay.
But we're not gonna do that, right?
No, we wouldn't do that to you. How's the gaming so far?
Well, I've been on about 30 seconds and been killed about 5 times. I think I'm doing excellent.
Okay, well, keep practicing. We are going to check in with you, Amber, later in the show. Coming up, the 8-bit video game has its revenge. Artists inspired by the 80s take their fight to the canvas.
In the dark days before 3D animation, video games were limited and consequently, they were far more creative. Longing for this piece of the past, John Gibson created the I Am 8-Bit art exhibit, which opened on Tuesday and is running for another month right here in Los Angeles. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome John Gibson to the show. John.
I'm not supposed to clap for
No,
myself.
no, go for it. It's fine, because I'm not going to make out with you, so that's all you get today. Tell me, I Am 8-Bit, how'd the idea come about?
I was just sick and tired of people saying games aren't art. Like, films are art, you know, art is art, and potato chips shaped like the Pope. They're art.
True, and they go for thousands on eBay.
Exactly. So why can't games be art? So why not just merge the two mediums?
But why
be that literal about it?
Why go with like if you're going for artwork? Why go with the little pixels and the simple colors as opposed to a still frame from an Oddworld cinema?
Why? I know you're into Lara Croft and her teats,
Yes, they're huge and they're clearly worth the canvas.
but Mario as pixels, like 8, 10, 20 little pixels, he's just that much more compelling.
Yeah, and apparently people agreed with you. I mean, there was a pretty decent response to this thing, right?
Oh yeah, there was like about 1,500 people probably at the opening engagement.
Really?
Cops were circling, trying to get people off the street.
The video game nerds were causing a riot, or what?
It wasn't just nerds; it was the trendy folk too.
Oh,
All
no.
of LA came out, so it was a clash, West Side Story style.
And
of
where's
the
it
trendy folk and the nerds.
And this is it's on Melrose, right? Or it's
On Melrose, on the corner of La Brea, right by
Oh,
Pink's,
man.
the seminal hot dog stand.
so it's almost like the cast of the OC was lined up to look at paintings then.
Yeah, along with the glasses-wearing dorks that we are.
No. And so you had a big extravaganza for the opening, right?
Yeah, we even borrowed a giant 8-foot Nintendo controller from you guys.
Oh man, brilliant!
Yeah, it was genius. That was your idea, right? Yeah.
No, stop. Talk about my eyes. It was.
They're beautiful.
Thank you. No, it was a big hit too. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. But I want to go back. Let's talk about some of the pieces that were actually there. You stole a couple and brought them here today, I think, right?
I did. They don't know about it, so kind of keep it on the down low.
Sure, sure. So you borrowed a couple, some prints
yes.
from the exhibit. We'll start with, I think we have an Excite Bike photo, or a little painting there. So what's something like this going for?
That was $800. Sean Clarity from Las Vegas, big hip-hop artist. This was his first big art show. Came out to LA for it, and that's become the seminal piece for the art show, the merger of the old school with the new school, like taking the pixels into a third dimension,
right,
if you will.
And now are these, is that painting sold, or can we still get it?
It's sold. We got T-shirts with that image on it, though.
Really?
So, yeah, on the website. So.
I mean, did pretty much all the originals sell out right away, or?
For the most part, a lot of the cooler pieces.
Yeah.
It was the most successful show the gallery's had since they opened. So
That's
it was
fantastic.
their big one-year anniversary bash at Gallery 1988. So.
I think we also have a couple more. I think we have a Qbert one, which is great. I really like this one here now. Now, you can get reprints for these, right? Because, I mean, we're assuming gamers can't afford art, right? Come on, we don't have day jobs.
Yeah.
Best Buy doesn't pay well enough, right?
Working at Suncoast is, what, $8 an hour now?
Exactly.
Maybe.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, Qbert we did prints of. A bunch of the, like, Super Mushroom Boogie, which we'll see next, we did prints of as well. So maybe like $50 to $100 for those. So it's not too bad.
Not bad at all. Let's see what's the Super Mushroom what?
Super Mushroom Boogie. It's by Thomas Hahn. He was smoking a little bit.
I'm sorry, what was...
he was smoking.
Unfiltered cigarettes?
Oh yes. He was cloves, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, not that pot.
The
That's
Durham
evil.
lights.
Evil.
No.
Yeah.
Moving on. Other stuff that was turning heads at the show, because we appreciate you bringing down some art, but there were some other pieces that we didn't get to see. There was a Pac-Man one, which I wanted dearly. Can you describe
lost
that one?
out.
I did. I mean, how quickly did this one sell?
It was sold actually before the show.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, how did that happen?
Over the weekend, some big buyers came in, some fans. You should have been there.
No.
Where were you?
What's the title of this painting here?
Pac-Man in Hospice.
So there's
by
Pac-Man.
Greg Crayola Simpkins.
And they've got the IV of power pellets there. Which
And there's a little cherry on top. The centipede is pretty much the Grim Reaper in the situation.
So even though it's 8-bit art, that doesn't mean it's only literally 8 bits. I mean, it could be paintings inspired by the 8-bit era.
Oh, there were rarely any sort of bitty pieces of art. It was all reinterpretations by these artists.
Great. Now we also there was one called Villains, which you took a liking to. What can you describe Villains?
Ironically too, like because of the crowd, someone driving by actually saw this mass of people and decided I got to stop in and actually bought that piece. And it's like a Little League photo from back in the day, the team of 1984. So you got Skeletor, Optimus Prime, a little Cobra Commander, a little Gargamel, all of which had their video game incarnations.
So these paintings run the gamut then, pretty much.
All over the place, yeah.
All right, I want to skip ahead, actually. I want to get to our Nintendo gamepad. Because you said you brought it down there. I'm hoping it was at least a crowd pleaser. Did it do its job?
A few people played it, just a few.
Oh, man.
By a few, I mean a couple hundred.
Really?
Maybe 1,000.
So
no, it was a huge hit, yeah.
Oh, good to hear, good to hear. And were they just doing the Mario thing? I mean, I unfortunately didn't get to attend the opening, so.
No, it was all Mario. Drinks on the control pad spilling all over from people in a frenzy of button mashing and D-pad pushing.
Good. That's what happened during the commercial breaks here, actually. We busted out the JD and just spilt it all over. So.
But by JD, you mean Coca-Cola?
Diet Coca-Cola,
okay.
caffeine-free as well. You know, we got to watch the intake levels here. Well, hey, you know what? Congrats on the launch, man. It's still running, so people can still get down there. And
we're going to have a
catch
big
some
opening or closing party rather on May 18th for E3 attendees. So,
drinks on the house.
Drinks on the house, yes. Open bar.
Everybody, come on out. Drinks on the house at I Am 8-Bit. John, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thanks for bringing the art too.
Yeah, oh, no problem.
For more information on the I Am 8-Bit exhibit, point your little web browser to iam8bit.net. That's NET, folks. Now hold on. Don't run off. The Hot Pockets aren't going anywhere. Sarah's damn good website will prevent you from getting maced again and put you on the road to dating Nirvana. And if you're looking for an alternative to Apple's iPod Shuffle, well, you're in luck because we actually have some, believe it or not.
Welcome back. Welcome back, Kevin.
Thanks, buddy.
Did you drink the iPod Kool-Aid? Are you a big iPod fan?
No. I just because I'm not an iTunes guy, so I'm not an iPod fan.
All right. So
by
then
default.
You're going to like some of this stuff here. Basically, what we want to do is bring a bunch of different MP3 players because there's so much emphasis on the shuffle and how cool it is. We thought, why not show you some alternatives if you don't have the shuffle? So our lab got a bunch of them in, did a little review. First thing we want to show you is the shuffle, is what we're comparing it to.
Right.
This is 1 gigabyte.
I mean, is this the Rolls Royce? Is this the Bentley of the Flash players?
I don't know if it's the Rolls Royce, but it's the most popular.
It's the Miata?
Yeah, it's the Miata.
Okay.
Actually,
all right,
yeah.
done.
The XL. This is the 1 gigabyte model, $150.
Okay.
Okay, now the ones that we're comparing it to, the first one is the Sony Psych. This one's pretty cool. Take a look at this little guy right here. It comes in 1 gigabyte and 512 megabytes. It's $150.
Same price point as the Flash.
Same price point. Crazy battery life. On a single AAA, it's 70 hours of battery life versus an iPod Shuffle, which is like 15.5 hours.
Okay.
Now, it's got some cons. The one thing I didn't like about it is that you have to use like proprietary software to transfer over the MP3s.
So it can't just act like a little flash hard drive.
Right, exactly. But it does take MP3s, which is like a big thing for Sony.
That's pretty sad when you have to be like, hey, this portable music player accepts MP3s.
That's right.
Wow. It's like, come on, Sony.
Yeah, exactly. The transfer speed was a little bit slow, but it's super lightweight, and the battery life make it pretty cool.
Cool.
The next one here is the Cohen iAudio. This is a 1 gigabyte model right here. It's pretty cool. Look at all those different colors that it has on the screen.
Wow.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
That's a feature.
Now, forget that. I'm not a big fan of that either. But it does have lots of features. It has an FM tuner, voice recorder, line-in recording, FM radio recording.
All the features of my
cool.
iRiver that's like 2 years old now.
Yeah, but look how small this thing is.
My iRiver's about that size.
Is it 1 gigabyte?
It's only 256. Or no, it's 512. 512.
Exactly.
So, all right.
Exactly. But the nice thing is that this actually comes up as a nice little removable drive. That means you can use it with Linux, you can use it with OS 10 or Windows, and it's just it's got a nice screen, which of course the Shuffle does not have. I liked it. It was pretty good. There's like no online music store support for it like you get with the Shuffle, where you can just instantly transfer the songs and buy songs online. But then, you know, that's what you expect unless it's.
And what's the price point on this bad boy?
Price point is $200.
Oh, okay.
So this is the
So you're paying
best.
$50 more for the disco light show in your pocket.
But you can turn some of that off. You don't have to have it being going all crazy all the time. But it's nice. These are two really good alternatives to the Shuffle. And if you don't like the Apple side of things, this is the way to go.
I dig this little guy here.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I'm psyched on the psych.
Are you?
Yeah.
Good battery life.
Yeah.
If you want the links to all these players, our lab has a full review. There's actually 6 of them in total. You can read about it in our show notes.
All right.
Now here comes today's damn good website.
Are you a big fan of art, Kevin?
Huge fan.
Huge fan?
I just talked to somebody who's also a fan of art as well.
That's true. What about like paintings and doing your own stuff?
Sure. I've never done it, but I'm a fan of it.
All right, fair enough. Well, there's art.com is obviously a place you can buy lots of prints and frames and vintage posters and stuff online. They also have a fun little interactive area called ArtPad. Now, what we're looking at right now is a sketch that a regular person just like you or me sketched. It's kind of good.
Sure,
you figure
not
that's
bad at
kind of
all.
cool. But what's really cool is like, let's say I wanted to see exactly how they drew it and which strokes that they used. I can go to the beginning and watch it all come together. So you kind of go, oh, all right. Now, there's a bunch of ArtPad little projects that have been submitted. And
Okay.
you or I could just go, you see it. Oh, look, well, they've got lots of layers here. It's kind of fun. But it's not really hard. If you were to just follow their strokes, you could get some inspiration, perhaps. So
Sure.
if you wanted to, paint your own, let's just say we're going to start over here. And it takes a second to load up. And I mean, this is really rudimentary stuff. I mean, you have a type tool.
Okay.
You have a paint bucket, you know.
So this is no GIMP shop. This is just a little flash
This is
app.
no GIMP shop. It's really.
But it's recording everything you do,
as
right?
As far as the tools go, it's really lame. Yeah, so if I wanted to just replay the painting, as you can see, somebody could follow my brushstrokes. Exactly.
Right.
Now, you had mentioned before the break that this could be sort of one of these date finder kind of things. And I think that's true because girls dig this stuff. For guys out there, if you're wanting to impress somebody, draw them a painting because you can then save this and send it to somebody and the girl's going to click on your picture. It's going to see all these hearts sort of coming across. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. You want to impress your girlfriend? I know she's pissed at you right now.
She is. What else is new?
In fact, I made one for you. I took the liberty.
Really?
And I thought that maybe, you could use it kind of just.
Oh, please.
you know.
I'd love to see it.
Okay.
I'd love to see it.
All right. Well, here's the one that I think would be really good. For
Okay.
Kevin Pereira. We'll play it from the beginning.
Oh, little heart.
Got some hearts.
Oh, you're telling a story with the paint
I
is
am.
what you're doing. Oh,
And
what's with the
there's-
green? Is that alien
it's
blood?
Just, you just kind of, it's that's sort of your mantra there. Isn't that fun?
That is sweet.
No, I think if you sent that, well, I don't know if she's really into the gaming thing.
Well,
But,
no, she is. I have to hide it from her, but
have to hide it from
she
her.
kind of gets it.
And then I also just, I made another one for Kevin Rose, of course, because he's kind of dark tipper,
Oh, yeah, whoa.
make it black,
Yeah,
make it crazy.
that's pretty hardcore.
This is sort of like, if he was mad at me or something, I would send this to him, and he'd be kind of into it. I really do think, I know this stuff is silly, but this is it's a fun little project, and people like when you send it to them, even your own mother. Moms like that sort
And
of stuff.
it shows you spent time. It shows you the exact step. It's like, oh, he had to switch to the
It
paint
shows you
bucket
spent
tool for me.
time. And if you're just looking through other people's submissions, some of them really are good, and you're like, my God, how did anybody use 3 little tools to make something so nice? And you can see exactly how they did it, so that's kind of fun, too.
Can I send their paintings as my own?
No.
that
that's
sucks then.
Stupid. Why would you do that?
Just because I don't
Such a
care
liar.
about time.
If you want today's website link, just go to g4tv.com/The Sarah Lane Files. It's where all your wildest dreams come true.
Ooh.
That's also true.
Ponies and Vaseline.
No.
All right.
I don't
Best
even
I could
know
do
what
on
that
short
means.
notice. Sorry. I got nothing.
Coming up, the feed has your news and fun bite-sized bits.
Ooh, nice. And after the break, we meet our special LAN party guest, Amber Smith. Hurry back before your couch cushion cools. Oh, hey, they're back.
They are.
They look a little taller, don't they? A little bit. They might have grown an inch, Kevin. One of the world's top experts in computer simulations is here to talk about animated goop. It'll be interesting. And Brendan actually goes off-roading on a Segway. All that coming up. And don't forget that our Boost Mobile Live Music Friday guest this week is the band Livets. Livets. That's 2 Livets. And today is Thursday, which means, of course, it's time for the Attack of the Show LAN party.
Once again, it's LAN party time. LAN party time. Oh, your hair's getting in the way, Amber.
I'm doing my patented flip.
Can you do that again? God, that's worth the price of admission right there. Today, the game is Joint Operations Escalation. And we have someone who could kick your ass in Jeopardy and look great doing it. Thrill as I match wits with model, actress, super genius, Amber Smith. Amber, your reputation precedes you. So there's a lot of numbers on your website. I want to talk about some of those. You are Loaded's Hottest 100. You're Maxim's 50 Sexiest. And you're also GQ's 8 Most Erotic.
Yeah.
What's your favorite of those 3?
My favorite hasn't come yet. I would like to get like World's Most Flexible Nostrils.
Really?
Oh, that'd be righteous. Yeah.
I really don't understand women.
That'd be so
I know
cool.
that now. But the big number that you really don't want to talk about, but we of course have to present to the people at home is your IQ. It's a genius level IQ, right? What is it? You spell it. Give it to us.
It is. The only reason why I hesitate is I've been in the modeling business all my life, and it's like there's nowhere to focus your mental abilities. It's like basically
Modeling, you don't get to focus your mental.
Shut up. I'm getting so over you, man. You were cute in the beginning, but okay. Yeah. See, I am smart, right? Anyway.
But it's like 155.
Yeah.
That's pretty high.
Which is good, and hopefully one day I'll be able to use it. But basically, modeling is about persistence. It's about being able to have someone look at your face and say, nah.
Well, since you're so smart, Amber, question 1. What does the C stand for in Einstein's theory of relativity?
I learned that like in 1st or 2nd grade. That's speed of light.
Correct. Also would accepted universal constant. Next question is, what is it like being a genius among models?
Unproductive.
What is the capital of Iceland? You can pass.
You know what? I'll give you this one pass.
What is scientifically
superior?
smart? Yes, I do. I can take all I can get.
I know it.
Who is scientifically superior? Cats or dogs?
They actually, I would have said dogs, but they actually have the same IQ, which is equivalent to that of a 4-year-old child.
You are full of knowledge, aren't you? Now, you were in L.A. Confidential, were you not?
Yep.
And supposedly there's a story that Russell Crowe ruined all your close-up scenes. What a jerk.
I adore Russell Crowe. I think he's great. Basically, there was this fight scene that I had to, react to and go, oh. And,
what was that again?
Oh.
Good.
See, I'm a really good actor.
Right.
So anyway, he reenacted this fight scene, And I couldn't get through it. I mean, he was punching himself in the face and the nuts, and he was flipping himself over because the other actor wasn't there.
Oh.
So he was trying
he
to
had
give
to punch
me...
his own self in the nuts.
Yeah,
right.
yeah, which he enjoyed doing until 6 o'clock in the morning because I think he probably wanted a date or something. But anyway, he's married. Anyway, so I never got my close-up, but at least I made the movie.
Okay. Now, it took you a couple years to get your own website up, right? AmberSmith.com.
Ooh, rub it in.
There was a problem with that?
Yeah.
What happened?
I was a victim of cyber squatters.
So I'm picturing a guy with his shirt off with Cheeto stains sitting in his basement, right?
Sitting on my name, right.
Yeah. It's not fun.
Basically, yeah. They also, the worst part about it is if they're in the United States, you can go after them, but they weren't. They were in Canada. And in
I should have figured.
Yeah,
right.
So stop. In 1997, they grabbed my name. 1998, I went and opened my official website. I don't have a name. So basically, I battled them for so long. I spent a lot of money. Finally, I went out and got a lawyer the minute I got this big residual in, and just pounded them. And we won through ICANN and still couldn't get the name back.
Well,
finally, we threatened and threatened and threatened and got it back, and it's been 8 years. I got AmberSmith.com back.
AmberSmith.com.
Where I blog.
Go there.
Yes, please, because we're putting up a brand new site for this big, hoopla, and I'm going to become a blogger.
I'm on it. Amber,
I'm
I can't
a
wait to
blogger,
read.
baby.
And now it's time for a visit to the land of news and information we call the feed.
You know you have some serious pull in the entertainment biz when something you produce pisses off an entire country. The People's Republic of Bangladesh is threatening to sue Sony Computer Entertainment over their upcoming game, SOCOM 3, because they claim it unfairly portrays them as a terrorist country. Now, apparently, the settings for SOCOM's terror-busting missions are to be Poland, Morocco, and Bangladesh. Asked for comment, Poland said, hey, it's just a game, it's not real. Morocco shrugged and said, yeah, they pretty much have us pinned. And India piped in saying they hope the lawsuit will renew interest in their long-standing claim that the Street Fighter series portrayed them all as fire-breathing mystics with really stretchy limbs, an image they've struggled to live down for many years. Finally, some good news out of Washington regarding DVDs. A bill has just passed through the House of Representatives that will allow DVD players to skip content. That's right. Although the bill presents itself as a way for parents to skip objectionable stuff, what it really means for the average person is that you won't be forced to sit through or fast forward the FBI warnings and trailers every single time you put that DVD in. While this is certainly good news, is anybody else concerned that our government seems to be spending enormous amounts of time discussing DVDs and video games? It's like a frat house up in there. Hey, screw healthcare and Social Security, man. Look what happens when you freeze frame the sex scene from Monsters Ball. Wow! AMD has unveiled its dual-core Opteron, and predictably, the major computer manufacturers are responding like undergrads at Mardi Gras. IBM, Hewlett-Packard, and Sun Microsystems are scrambling to show off their latest devices employing the new chip at an AMD-sponsored event in New York. Dual-core processors, of course, consist of 2 cores on 1 piece of silicon and are viewed as a way to boost power by allowing servers and workstations and PCs to perform more functions simultaneously. See? So all that excitement is totally warranted. The flashing and the drunken karaoke, not so much. The state of British intelligence is pretty lowly these days, and we're not even talking about the rumors of Orlando Bloom playing 007. Recently, a man at a garbage dump, or rubbish bin, whichever you prefer, found a laptop that contained about 70 top-secret Ministry of Defense files, including what to do if military bases come under terrorist attack. Although they claim to have measures that encrypt files on computers scheduled for disposal, the ministry admitted in 2002 that 594 laptops had been lost. Some even accidentally left in cabs by spies. But hey, they did have a sticker on it. If found, please return to the nearest man in a tuxedo playing Baccarat. So, there you go. And that's today's feed. You're very welcome.
Aw, thank you, Sarah.
You're welcome.
Very, very nice of her.
Yes.
Leaving secrets in a laptop and chucking it out.
You think a little encryption, maybe?
They could. What was the program yesterday? The PGP one?
Yeah, PGP disk would have worked.
Would have been good there.
There you go.
And the Opteron, man, you were crazy. You had the tassels and confetti poppers. You were going nuts this morning.
Tassels?
I don't know. Maybe you didn't. Maybe
I don't
that
know
was
what the tassels were.
Maybe that was a
No,
dream.
I was really excited about that, though. It's going to be really cool for desktops.
Do you think AMD is going to finally one-up Intel? Or?
Oh, they're neck and neck again. You know, they're both releasing dual-core chips. So.
Who's going to be the company to go for, though?
I don't know. I mean, AMD's holding the gaming market right now. They have the best benchmarks, and Intel has the whole graphics / video market.
So who's the company, Kevin?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm sticking with AMD for now.
Very nice, very nice. All right, stick around because Brendan went to the Segway factory, and you don't want all his hard work to go to waste now, do you? No, you don't. And find out why Hollywood, the video game industry, and we, I guess, are so interested in digital goop.
The Feed is brought to you by the U.S. Navy. Navy, accelerate your life.
Our next guest worked in computer simulations is being used by Hollywood and the video game industry to create some amazing special effects. He's here to tell us is UC Berkeley professor of computer science, Dr. James O'Brien. Hey, James.
Hi.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Now, I was looking at some of these animations beforehand, and goop looks pretty crazy, but what is the actual technical name for goop?
So goop is just a nice way of saying viscoelastic fluid. It's basically something sort of between a solid and a liquid. Play-Doh, silly putty, ketchup, liquid dish soap. So it kind of has some properties both of a solid and of a liquid. And it kind of depends on how you treat it, which way it's going to behave.
Now, mostly, I mean, when I have some friends that do 3D animation, and when they go out to create something, they open their favorite modeling application, they model something, but with goop, I mean, you can't really set keyframes or model this stuff. How would you go about creating something like this?
Right, so trying to keyframe the surface would just be ridiculously hard. So what you do instead is you actually take a simulation, the same kind of basic physics simulation that you'd use to figure out like how the lift on a wing would work, or like in a car crash simulation. And what you do instead is you take the data from that simulation and you pass it on to a renderer. And you have to kind of adjust the simulation. You have to do some special tricks to make it work out. And then the result is the animation of the goop from the simulation, all computer generated.
I see. Now, there's certain companies that are using this. I mean, you have the video game industry wants it, and Pixar does. Why are they looking at this type of, for goop? What do they want out of it?
Well, so not just for goop, but everything from explosions to the goop to car crashes. A lot of these things are expensive to do. If you try to do them with a practical effect, that is, if you actually blow something up, that's very expensive because you just blew something up and you might have injured someone or not careful. For the goop stuff, it's a little bit hard to do. I mean, you kind of maybe go film with something and composite it in. But basically, some things it's cheaper and some things you couldn't do otherwise.
What are some practical applications that you're using for now? Is there anything? Yeah, there's anything in the lab? I mean, what do you guys use it for in-house to test out? Is it?
Well, so my research group at Berkeley is interested in developing the algorithms. And so the main thing that we're interested in is the sort of the underlying math and how you make the algorithms work and how you develop them. And then once we've done that, we take the work, we publish it, and it's out there for anyone who wants to use it.
Okay, so after you put this together and these companies have kind of put this into place, what's next for Goop after this? Is there any type of, how do you take this even further?
Well, there's some definite ways we need to improve things. So, right now the method works pretty well, but nothing's perfect. So we're looking at basically extending to a wider range of phenomena. We're also looking at how we can take for example, the goop and combine it with simulations of other things. So, for example, it's one thing to be able to say we can do some goop by itself. And that's certainly useful for a lot of things. But if you wanted to be able to, for example, show a car crashing or landing in something.
Yeah, here's an example of what's going on right here.
So this is actually a demonstration of one of the things we've done to improve the technique. One of the hard parts is tracking the surface. So you have to figure out how the fluid moves, and you have to actually have a good representation of the surface because that's what you see. And this is a technique that one of my grad students has developed. It's actually called a semi-Lagrangian contouring method.
That's pretty cool.
And it's basically a better way to track the surface than what previously existed.
Now, this looks like it would be fairly intense as far as computing is concerned. I mean, how long does it take when you're creating something like this I mean, obviously there's so much math involved. Does it take longer to render something like this?
Well, the rendering time is how you generate the images. But before you can even do the rendering, you have to first simulate the actual motion that you're going to go and render. And that can take many hours, even a day or two, to run, taking up an entire machine's processing power.
Excellent. Well, thanks, James, for coming on the show.
Thanks a lot.
Appreciate it. It's
great being here.
For more information on James' background projects, you can check out his website at jamesobrien.net, and we've got links to Goop simulations in today's show notes. Now, coming up after the break, we go inside the once top-secret Segway factory, so stick around.
Tomorrow's attack of the show isn't going to hold your hand, you Nancy boy. Moriarty from Ain't It Cool News slips through security to give us previews of the hottest films of 2005. And speaking of security breaches, Kevin Rose will show you how to get past any lock legally. We Well, we hope so. And Livets will be playing live in our studio, and they're threatening to bring down the house. Let's see if they make good on it.
Woo! Woo! Yeah, baby! Huh? You know, like, yeah! Huh? The funny part was that was not staged. She just ran over.
I did.
Yeah.
It's my Segway. Huh? You like that?
Only you could
You
make
like the
that,
look?
like, oddly, like, creepy.
You
Kevin.
don't like the way I move on it?
No, I don't.
Huh? How about a little this?
Kevin, you're what we call old school. Stop with the foot.
Sorry.
There are much newer Segways out there than the one you're riding. So why don't you just go scoot over there? And I'm going to show these people at home my tour of the Segway factory.
I'm here at the Segway factory in Bedford, New Hampshire, where they've just released some new models. So we're going to talk to some people and take a ride. So, Doug, this is it.
This is a very early prototype that basically started the whole project.
You've kept moving up the line here, kind of getting more and more to where we are today.
Basically, yeah, each one of these machines represents a different phase in the development process.
What year was this started? Can you tell me?
Nope, I'm not going to go there.
Once the original Segway came out, there was such a huge amount of hype.
Right.
And you guys kind of had to live with the incredibly high expectations. Where is the company now in relation to all that stuff?
Well, I think anytime you see revolutionary new technology, something that has never existed before, you get hype at the beginning. That's kind of a natural dynamic. But then what a company has to do is find those customers that really get value out of what you have to offer.
Do you yourself have a Segway?
Yeah, I have one. In fact, I'm going to get another one. I've got the new XT model, and I'm going to actually get the new GT to Golf model as well.
Well, CEO, I would imagine.
Well,
you know,
you got to negotiate it as part of your employment agreement.
All right, so now this is for your high-flying CEO of Segway type.
This is our golf machine. Golf is another great application that really is enabled by the lithium battery. So what a lithium battery enables us to do is make sure we can basically cross 18 holes on just about any course in the country and for just about any type of golfer, no matter how many strokes.
Let's talk about the big boy here. What's this?
So this is the Segway XT, for cross-terrain transporter. And the genesis of this machine really is our new battery technology. The ability to put a high-capacity lithium battery on the product this year allows us to make an off-road product. So this has special wheels and tires, very low pressure, 4 PSI, new fenders, including a nice grab point so that you can put it in the back of a truck or an SUV or something like that, and specially tuned software designed and optimized around off-pavement applications. So this is just a wonderful machine to take on trails, through the woods, places like that. It's capable of going on soft ground, dirt, gravel, things like that. The limitation is really how good you are as a rider, not what the machine's capable of.
Really?
Yes.
Sounds like a challenge.
We'll start you on the black key. It's an easy key, nice and slow, very gentle response to user inputs, that type of thing.
Is there another key?
Yeah, we have what we call the red key. It's kind of all out.
To the red key. Now, the people here at the Segway factory like to play in their own backyard. We've convinced one of the guys who works here, Mike, to show us just how rugged the XT is. Hit it. Now, Segway does not condone this behavior, nor should you try that at home.
5 years from now, one of our strategies is to get the price and the cost down on these products to a point that we can really start to hit the mass markets. And 5 years from now, I think you'll see a whole lot more people riding Segways than you do today.
So, Doug, where does all of this stuff take place?
Well, everything you've seen, which took place years ago, and what we're doing today that you can't see is on the other side of this wall.
This is the product development.
This is the product development team, right?
So can we get in here?
Absolutely not.
Doug, let's talk here. What's it going to take? I've got
a lot more
$40 American dollars. Dean Kamen's out of town. I know that.
He is out of town, yes. But he would find me, he would hunt me down, and he would kill me.
Having fun, Kevin?
Having a blast, buddy.
Good. Well, we didn't really get behind that big red door where they do all the secrets. Stop leering at me like that. But we did get a behind-the-scenes tour of how they work and how they're made, and we're going to show you that tomorrow.
That's awesome.
We'd also like to give special thanks to the folks at my foot at Segway LA for lending us Kevin's Segway. It's not really his.
This is awesome. The XT is great. Do you want to
fun.
see if it hurts the feet more? Or
Not
less?
really.
No? Okay, sit tight, my friends. We'll be checking with the LAN Party high scores and answering your chat questions when we get back. They can get these bad boys here at Segway LA. Huh?
I want to see you jump it.
You know that?
Yeah, why don't you do a trick, Nancy boy?
And now you're stuck.
I kind of am.
Yeah, way to go.
Hold on. Well, I got this one. This one's good.
Can you come up here?
You like that one?
Kevin really wants to see you try and get up on the stage.
I'm not gonna. I can't. It's not gonna.
Dude, you can't do it. Go, push
There's
forward.
nothing there. Look at the LAN Party
You
high
can't-
scores.
you
I'll be
can't do
back.
it.
Just
All
look at the high
right,
scores.
let's take a look at the high scores from each round of our LAN Party. What's that? First place? What?
What?
Oh,
I
do
can't.
it?
Frito D.
We can't read our own
Sound it out,
scores.
guys. Sound it out.
We're like,
that
it's the AOTS font. It's,
Two.
it's hard to say. Vasquez, I
Congratulations.
see Vasquez. Good work. Oh, Amber
Amber
Smith.
Smith.
Fifth place.
Wow.
Props to Amber.
Who knew?
All right.
You know, if you didn't get to play this week, go to our website right now and register for next Thursday. That's in 7 days.
That's right.
It's a week from now.
You guys want to see what's going on in our IRC chat room?
Let's see what's going on.
Okay, first question comes from Evil Tab. Are you guys thinking about ever doing another home road sequence? The home road skit, I guess you could call it, was
Very
very
popular.
popular. One of our best.
Violence always works
That's
on
right.
this show. Yeah,
It
We're
does.
in negotiation right
When all
now.
else fails, hit somebody in the head with a keyword.
I've seen custom home road videos from Belgium.
Yeah.
I've seen them from
It's
Sri
spread all
Lanka.
over
I mean, it's an international
Sri Lanka.
phenomenon
What's it like
now.
in Sri Lanka?
It's the keys are a little rearranged, but other than that, it's pretty much
Pretty much
someone
the
getting
same
hit with a
thing?
keyboard.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's the home road we know and love.
Pretty
enough.
much.
Yeah.
Are we going to do another one?
Yeah, we will.
Why not?
Okay.
We have to now.
One other
You said
question.
it.
Sean 14200 says, "Does Brendan only wear Jinx T-shirts?" Well, that's silly. Of course not.
Yeah, as long as it's tight, you'll wear it, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that? No.
No, actually, I like this one. This is Idiot.
Savant.
Ah.
I made them put the Savant on it because it was just idiot. I thought that was giving people the wrong impression.
You wanted to be a little bit more literal.
Yes.
Yeah.
I am an idiot, but I'm also an idiot savant.
Well, there's a difference.
And it's got a little piece of computer.
Oh, sweet.
Made you like tech.
Yeah.
Next one from Jedi21. Can a regular person get E3 tickets?
No, you need some sort of mutation.
Right.
or
You have to be
mental
a
disability.
cyborg.
Pretty much.
What does it cost to get into E3? Seriously.
I don't know how much it costs to get in, but I do know that
It's hard to get tickets.
You can't get in. It's not like for regular people. You need to be like a reseller or somehow be in the industry.
Can you make like fake business cards and take those down?
You know what? They say that every year, but I see like 10-year-olds wandering the halls with, half drunk anyways. Like it happens every year.
Get a video
so.
camera and say you're with the press.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what we do.
I write for GeoCities/Tilda Game Zone. It's like, no, you'll get in. Just tell people.
Nice.
So apparently not that hard, even for you regular folks.
But you're not supposed to be able to get in. That's the thing. You're not supposed to, but you could probably.
But that makes people want to get in because it's super exclusive.
Exactly.
Come down and find me. I'll sneak some people in if I can.
That's nice of you. All right, that's it. The show is over. Go home.
Please.
Seriously.
Want to thank our guests?
Thank our guests.
Yes, of course. I want to thank our guests, John Gibson, James O'Brien, and Amber Smith.
Go home. We need to start playing more fun and games for tomorrow. That's just us. That's what we do.
Wardrobe for Attack of the Show provided by Jinx.
Welcome to the Whip Set, the only hour of TV bringing you the cars you want and the girls you can't have. First up, Formula D, drifting, raw and uncut. Then Street Fury, custom kits, heavy horsepower, and oh yeah, ladies.
The Whip Set, Sunday night, 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific.